NASA's Mars rover and the 7 Minutes of Terror. The U.S. Space Agency, NASA, has released an animation showing how its 1-ton Perseverance rover will land on Mars on 18th of February. The robot is being sent to a crater called Jezero where it will search for evidence of past life. But to undertake this science, it must first touch down softly. The sequence of maneuvers needed to land on Mars is often referred to as the 7 Minutes of Terror, and with good reason. So much has to go right in a frighteningly short space of time or the arriving mission will dig a very big and very expensive new hole in the red planet. What's more, it's all autonomous. Blast off for NASA mission to detect life on Mars. China's Mars rover rockets away from Earth. UAE launches historic first mission to Mars. With a distance on the day of 209 million km, 130 million miles, between Earth and Mars, every moment and every movement you see in the animation has to be commanded by onboard computers. It starts more than 100 kilometers above Mars where the Perseverance rover will encounter the first wisps of atmosphere. At this point, the vehicle, in its protective capsule, is traveling at 20,000 kilometers per hour, 12,000 miles per hour. In little more than 400 seconds, the descent system has to reduce this velocity to less than 1 meter per second at the surface. Most of the work is done by a heat shield. As the capsule plunges deeper into the Martian air, it gets super hot at more than 1,000 C, but at the same time, the drag slows the fall dramatically. By the time the supersonic parachute deploys from the back shell of the capsule, the velocity has already been reduced to 1,200 kilometers per hour. Perseverance will ride the 21.5 meters wide parachute for just over a minute, further scrubbing that entry speed. The most complex phases are still to come, however. At an altitude of 2 kilometers, and while moving at 100 meters per second, the Perseverance rover and its Skycrane separate from the back shell and fall away. 8 rockets then ignite on the cradle to bring the rover into a hovering position just above the surface. Nylon cords are used to lower the multi-billion-dollar wheeled vehicle to the ground. But that's still not quite it. When Perseverance senses contact, it must immediately sever the cables or it will be dragged behind the crane as the cradle flies away to dispose of itself at a safe distance. The sequence looks much the same as was used to put NASA's last rover, Curiosity, on the surface of Mars 8 years ago. However, the navigation tools have been improved to put Perseverance down in an even more precisely defined landing zone. Touchdown is expected in the late afternoon, local time, on Mars, just before 2100 hours GMT on Earth. It's worth remembering that on the day of landing, the time it takes for a radio signal to reach Earth from Mars will be roughly 700 seconds. This means that when NASA receives the message from Perseverance that it has engaged the top of the atmosphere, the mission will already have been dead or alive on the planet's surface for several minutes. The robot will be recording its descent on camera and with microphones. The media files will be sent back to Earth after landing, assuming Perseverance survives. Thank you for watching. Please like and share and subscribe.